So I didn't really like my last vlog because it felt like I was, I don't know if you can hear me. I felt like I wasn't going into depth about things. I wasn't speaking, I don't know, not from the heart, but it felt like I wasn't speaking with my full being or whatever. So I'll try to do that this time. So I started taking an antidepressant yesterday. I got a prescription for it a while ago, and I was, you know, felt afraid to take it, but you know, obviously, I mean, I talked about this before, I feel a sense of responsibility too. I think I've been able to feel it just after 2 days. In fact, I think I was able to feel it within hours of taking the first pill. It could, of course, just be psychosomatic. I don't know how it works. But I think I've heard it takes like weeks to have an effect. Maybe I'm really sensitive, or maybe it's psychosomatic. But I remember I was really upset yesterday morning. I was upset because the previous day I'd been playing a game with people on the campus garden committee. And the game is Mafia, and it's kind of a game of trusting and lying, and some people fooling other people and trying to get people to believe other things about each other. And like everybody has like a secret position and are trying to convince each other about what position another person is in. And in each round you need to kill somebody. So, and eliminate them from the game. So, I wasn't trusted in that game. In a situation where I really should have been. Where it's just like I had all the evidence on my side, and still I was not trusted. It was like people should have trusted me, but I felt like they weren't trusting me because it was me, and I felt like there must be something about me and my reputation or that's negative or whatever, and I was going like, you know, fuck this group. I'm not gonna. Well, no. It was like it wasn't angry and aggressive or anything, but it was like not fuck this group, but it was more like fuck it. You know, I don't, which is, you know, still whatever. Anyway, I don't need to be a part of this. I you know, if I'm not welcome, I don't need to impose my being here. And then within hours of me taking that first pill, I didn't feel that way anymore. I just didn't feel upset. Before I just kind of felt like, you know, this is outrageous. There's a feeling of outrage just about what happened to me, and just outrage that continues, and outrage that, you know, people are being wary of me, just like they were wary of Isabel. And the feeling of outrage went away. I was just kind of, I don't know. I was not upset. So anyway, Christina hugged me last night. We were having a proposal committee meeting, and she and I were the only two people who showed up, so we created a mission statement for the garden. And it felt good. But anyway, so what happened is you know, I think I was still trying to hang on to the upsetness, because like, you know, my idea of what an antidepressant is like, and I'm not sure. I mean, I was on antidepressants before, but maybe I don't remember it well, I don't know. But my idea of what it is that it's an experience of less depth. You know, there's something I really like about, I guess, getting depressed, where there's a feeling of depth in it. There's a feeling of just going deep, and there's something very redeeming about it, and I like that. And, you know, my idea is that goes away when one is on an antidepressant. And so I don't like that. I'd prefer to not be on an antidepressant, and I only do it because so much of my life has been lived without being on an antidepressant, and I feel a sense of responsibility to be on one now, just to be functional, to be able to be effective in the world, to be able to have a positive effect on the world. Did I just repeat myself? I may have. I think I might have said have a positive effect on the world twice. So anyway, I told Christina, you know, I was going through something emotional and asked if she could listen to me. And I told her about how I was feeling, and it turned out I was wrong. People weren't not trusting me because there was any kind of reputation people knew about me that was negative. It was just whatever. It wasn't about me, you know. It was, or maybe it was, you know. Maybe it was just me being so self-conscious of being somebody who maybe people might think is bad in some way. Me being self-conscious of that image. Maybe people felt that energy of me kind of holding back, of me not fully expressing myself, and maybe that made people not trust me. But anyway, it wasn't about this thing. It wasn't about, you know, this public image that got created of me that was horribly misrepresentative. It wasn't that. It wasn't what I thought it was. So that was cool. And Christina listened to me and she hugged me, and that felt really good. You know, it's like, you know, she's saying, I acknowledge your humanity. I stayed with John in his co-op a couple weekends ago in Oakland, kind of near Berkeley. But it was just this beautiful kind of farm they have in their backyard, and the single experience that kind of stood out for me there is I was washing my hands, and Rachel, one of the women who lives at the co-op, asked if I minded if she peed while I was washing my hands, and it was. So she used the toilet while I was washing my hands, and that felt really good to me. That kind of openness, that kind of just like, you know, we can reveal ourselves to each other and feel comfortable, and that's good. It feels so much like coming home. Like, you know, I can feel comfortable here. I can you know, why don't I live in a co-op? Why did I never move to a co-op? You know, I planned on doing that. You know, the year I became student body president here, I planned on moving to Berkeley and being part of the culture there. I felt like, you know, I've been this person who has these ideals and tries to be kind of, you know, hippie-ish and loving and accepting of everybody and embracing people and bringing people in and whatever. I don't know, there's this kind of, you know, it's very hippie, very new age, the kind of thing, the kind of way I have of being that I really like when I'm being powerful, when I'm being who I want to be, what I am. It's similar to a culture that's much more widespread there than it is here. It's almost, you know, non-existent here in any sort of robust way. And this isn't quite as secluded as I guess I'd like it to be. Perhaps I should take this do this in my room, because there are like football people I can see as I'm sitting here. Anyway.